Today, I want to talk about something that I talked about on a webinar this week, and I want you to hear what I'm saying. And I'm having trouble finding my words today because this is such a subject I am so passionate about because I see this every single day with business owners and leaders. And honestly, most people don't even realize they're the reason their team can't function without them. And I know that sounds harsh, but stay with me and hopefully I can get you to see it by the end of this live. A, a lot of people are walking around saying, I just need more time. I need better systems. I need better staff. I need another tool. I need more people to care. I need more people to give a crap. I need more time is the one, and I need better systems are the top two that I hear most of the time, and that people don't want to work. But most of the time, that's not the real problem. The real problem is you've actually became the bottleneck. And what I mean by this is everything in your business or your department flows through you. Every decision, every approval, every problem, every client issue, every fire, every quick question flows right through you. So everything I just listed lives right here in this bottle, and then this is you. So then everything is stuck. And after a while, your business starts depending on your presence instead of your actual leadership. And I know this because I lived it, and I lived it for many years until I saw things differently. And I see it over and over again with firm owners and leaders who are exhausted but are still holding on to everything because deep down they believe no one else can do it like I can. Nobody cares like I do. If I let it go, things will fall apart. If I step away, things will fall apart. If it's just faster if I do it myself, that is the one I hear over and over again every single week. But here's the problem with that thinking. You can't build a scalable business while making yourself emotionally and operationally required for everything. You can't. At some point, you become the ceiling. So this is the ceiling and this is you. This is what you're hitting against every single time. And your team can never grow above that ceiling that you have set. So in order to get you from being the bottleneck, you have to raise the ceiling. And that's what I talked about in this webinar that I did this week. And this is where so many people get stuck. They think they have a time problem, but what they really have is a decision problem because every task is a decision. And so you have to look at every task as a decision, and you should look at it and say, should this even exist? What outcome is actually needed? What is the outcome of that task? Because a lot of times what I've seen with businesses is they're doing tasks that have no outcome, none, zero. But they're doing them that way because that's the way it's always been done. And the third one is, and why am I the one still doing this? So when I started looking at every one of my tasks and started looking at everything I had to do in a day, and I still do this to this day, why am I the one doing this? And I go through that scenario of why am I doing this just to see why I'm actually doing it. Because a lot of times I'm doing it for that because I think it's easier. But you know what? Then I own that task forever. But there were so many tasks that I was doing that I shouldn't have been doing it. And I see this in my coaching clients every single day. And that's one of the things I teach in this webinar replay that I have up for a few more days before I pull it down. And I go in deeper into why delegation keeps failing, why systems don't stick, and why your team still depends on you, and the shift that actually changes it. Because freedom in business is not taking a vacation and answering Slack from the beach. And in that webinar, I talk about how that literally happened to me, except it wasn't answering Slack, it was answering the phone. And how disappointed my kids were. And freedom is things working without you. That was the magical thing that I had to understand. That is what freedom truly is in your business. That's the goal. So if this is hitting a nerve a little, if you're tired of carrying the entire business on your head, or if you know you've become the default decision maker for everything, Comment replay, and I will get you the replay of that webinar before it comes down. And if you know of anybody that is dealing with this right now, tag them in this, and we'll be glad to send over that replay. Because, friends, it is not meant to be carried this way. Our job is to create jobs. But when we create jobs, it should remove some of the friction and it should remove some of the work off our plate. But instead, a lot of times we add more to our plate just because we've hired. And this is how you get out of it. So if you want that replay, drop a replay below and I will be glad to get that over to you. And I'll see you soon.